Who do you play?
I play Tyrone Woods. Tyrone Woods was a U.S. Navy SEAL for 20 years, and then he went into contracting. He was part of a 6-man security team that was assigned to protect a secret CIA base in Benghazi, Libya.
Did you get to talk to your character, to the real guy?
Tyrone paid the ultimate sacrifice that night. He laid down his life to protect others. What I was able to do was talk to a number of guys who served with him in the SEAL teams and contracted with him. Obviously, we had the real guys who were there. And so there was a weaving fabric of stories that I could put together. There was, Tyrone did a job that he didn't ask for recognition. He didn't ask for fame. You know, these guys, all the guys on the SEAL teams, they do their job silently, quietly, and efficiently. And that is enough for them. And so I have a lot of respect for what he did.
What motivates these guys to take on these jobs?
I think, you know, these guys are passionate guys, and they're individuals. And I mean, what motivates us to do our work? You know, I think anybody who becomes passionate about their work, it's a deeper calling. You as a journalist, I tell stories for a living. I get to do what I love to do for a living, and I'm lucky to do that. You know, but that's part of our story, that these guys, you know, are the top 1% of military, and they have to do this. They keep coming back because this is what they do. This is who they are. You know, you are wrapped up. Your personality is very connected to the job that you do. And what fascinates me about this story is these are guys who have left the service and continually make the choice to go back into these war zones to protect other people. And that struggle of who am I if I'm at home, but I know who I am when I'm over here.
Now, the story of what happened that night has become really politicized.
Yeah.
And now this movie is opening, and it's coming in an election year.
Right.
Invariably, it's going to be
in a very crazy election year. There's a bigger microscope or magnifying glass than I think we expected or thought. But our job is to actually put that aside. You know, I talked to Tyrone Wood's mother, and what she said to me was that the politicians have corrupted the word Benghazi for their own personal gain and benefit. And what she would hope is that people can put that aside and just listen to the story, and listen to the story of her son, and just respect it for what that is, because that man did his job regardless. It didn't matter if you were right wing, left wing, red, blue, polka dot, it doesn't matter.
But somebody screwed up that night.
War is a difficult thing. People, you know, listen, man, I don't think we spend our lives going around pointing fingers. I don't think anything good comes out of that. Let's look at what is good. What can we learn about that night, and how can we grow, and what can we be proud of? And these guys did something that night that I think everyone should be proud of. And you know, Ambassador Chris Stevens, Sean Smith, Tyrone Woods, and Glenn Doherty, man, these guys sacrificed something for what they believed in. Chris Stevens sacrificed because he believed in the ability of human beings to talk to each other, and that Americans and Libyans have a lot more common ground than they thought.
What about the experience of making this movie? What was that like?
It was wild, man. We work hard, fast, and loud. Michael's a very talented visual director who, man, he's learned from the best, man. I mean, the people. I mean, he calls Spielberg to give him advice. You know, I mean, he's one of our top directors, and we had a lot of fun. It was intense. It's intense subject matter, and I think if you could label what we did, it was that we kind of subscribed to the chaos theory. But you can only do that if everyone is on the same page about the story that you're telling.
Now, in the movie, there's a lot of pyrotechnics.
Yes.
How close were you guys to the actual explosions and things?
Close. I love that you asked that question, because people don't do that anymore. Everyone CGIs all their movies now. And Michael's an old school filmmaker, and he's got an old school, very professional stunt crew and explosives guys, and we did it. I mean, it was a loud set, and that can be dangerous, but you do it the right way, and you protect each other, and you make sure everyone is safe. And you know, we got through, and no one got hurt. And but I find that thrilling, and I love making movies that way.